Hey guys, it's Cameroon and welcome back to another video. Today, the Season 5 Mid-Season update for Overwatch 2 came out, and with it comes the Summer Games 2023 event, a free Doomfist skin, challenges, and balance changes. This video is going to cover it all, and I'll try to get through it quickly to not waste your time. Let's first talk about the Summer Games event. This event lasts until the 25th of July, meaning you have 2 weeks to complete all challenges to get all the rewards. There's a new game mode called Winston Beach Volleyball, where it's 2 teams of 3 with a range of heroes to play. The rules are pretty much the same as volleyball. In order to score a point, you need the ball to hit the ground on the other side. Your cooldowns are faster, and there's launch pads at the front of the net you can use to gain extra height for spikes. Your ultimate just makes everything about you faster, and you hit the ball with more power. The ball must get off your side in less than 30 seconds, and make sure to punch the ball, not just run into it. I've made that mistake way too much. As you can see in the background gameplay, that is Winston's volleyball, so if you want to get a feeling of how it goes, just look at the gameplay in the back. Echo also seems to be incredibly good in this mode, with other heroes with fast mobility being decent too, like Diva, Genji, etc. Lucioball also returns with this event, and if you're new to Overwatch and don't know what this mode is, it's just 2 teams with 3 Lucios that play in a similar arena to like Rocket League, where you need to speed and boop a ball around into the opposing team's nets. There's normal and remix. Remix basically adds a lot more chaos with multiple balls and more. Your ultimate in that game makes you a speed demon, and I'm not sure if it's always been like this, but boop seems a little weird in the mode. Like, I feel like I have to be way closer to the ball to hit it, so make sure you actually use some punches here, just in case your boop doesn't work. Now, the most important part of these events are always the challenges and the rewards, so let's get right into them. There are a total of 10 challenges, 9 if you don't include the challenge that requires you to complete challenges, that give an assortment of rewards and XP. To be specific, there's a couple that give sprays and player icons, while others give a weapon charm, a victory pose, or battle pass XP. There's also 1 free epic skin that can be unlocked through this event. For completing 6 of the challenges, you are given the epic tropical Doomfist skin and 25,000 battle pass XP, which is 2.5 tiers. Now, what are the other challenges? Well, there's Winston's Ace, which requires you to complete 5 games of Winston's Beach Volleyball, with wins counting as double. This rewards you a Doomfist victory pose and 5,000 battle pass XP. Then there's Ultimate Player, so as a team, score 3 points with Ultimate Play in Winston's Beach Volleyball. That's the ultimate I described earlier, and this rewards you the On Vacation spray and 5,000 battle pass XP. Then there's Lucio Striker, which requires you to complete 5 games of Lucioball or Lucioball Remix, with wins counting as double. This rewards you a Lucioball weapon charm and 5,000 battle pass XP. Then there's Ultimate Breakdown, which requires you to use your ultimate 3 times in Lucioball or Lucioball Remix, and this rewards you the player icon hoop and the rhythmic gymnastics spray. And then there's Multisport Champ, which requires you to score a total of 60 assists, saves, or goals in Winston's Beach Volleyball, Lucioball, or Lucioball Remix. This rewards you just 10,000 battle pass XP or 1 tier. Lastly, the final 4 challenges are all completed through just playing any game mode, and they are Fun in the Sun, which requires you to complete 6 games, which rewards you the player icon long jump and long jump spray. Then there's Midsummer Winter, which requires you to complete 12 games, which rewards you the player icon rugby and the rugby spray. Next, there's Shining Athlete, which requires you to complete 18 games, which rewards you the player icon mountain bike and mountain bike spray. And lastly, there's Summer Champion, which requires you to complete 24 games, rewarding you the player icon judo and the judo spray. Remember, wins count as double, so for example, if you win 12 games of quick play, you'll have all of the completing games challenges done. Also, there is some new Twitch drops for Overwatch 2. These drops are all tier skips, so if you're behind on the battle pass, these are great to get. There are 5 battle pass tier skips you can earn, with each requiring 2 hours, so you'll need to watch a total of 10 hours to get all of them. Remember, since this is Twitch, you're going to have to claim the first drop before working towards the next one. Okay, that's the Summer Games event. Now let's move on to the balance changes. We'll start with tank, and the first tank to get some changes is Orisa. Her Fortify's damage reduction has been increased from 40 to 50%. That's a kind of a strong change if you ask me. Then we have Ramatra. His Ravenous Vortex projectile now passes through enemy heroes. Before, if 2 people were in it, a player behind another may not be slowed or damaged. This prevents that, but barriers still block it. Then Reinhardt gets his buff. I'm happy. His barrier field, or his shield's maximum HP, has been increased from 1200 to 1400. I think it's a good change, and having an ability to use your shield for more teammates to get them through chokes is great. I can't complain about this. It's a buff for Ryan. Then we have Wrecking Ball. His quad cannons, or his primary fire's manual reload time, has been reduced from 2 to 1.6 seconds. So this is whenever you decide to reload. This makes manually reloading faster, but the automatic reload while in ball form is still 2 seconds. Now we'll move on to damage. The first hero to receive changes is Sojourn. Her railgun, more specifically her primary fire, has had its number of shots to reach maximum spread be increased from 8 to 12, and her overall spread has been reduced by 12%, meaning you'll be a little bit more accurate when shooting from distance to build up your railgun charge. Then Soldier 76, way out in left field, gets a buff, and his heavy pulse rifle's damage has been increased from 18 to 19. His Helix rocket's explosion damage has been increased from 80 to 90, and his biotic field's healing per second has been increased from 35 to 40 HP. I was not expecting a soldier buff, let alone alone one that definitely makes him more lethal, I think Soldier's about to wreak even more havoc in lower ranks. Symmetra also received some changes. Her Photon Projector, more specifically her secondary fire, has had its maximum impact damage increased from 45 to 50, and its maximum explosion damage increased from 45 to 50. And for her primary fire, she can now regenerate up to 30 shield health per second when she deals damage to barriers or enemies with shield health. That's a little insane. Her sentry turrets, on the other hand, have had their damage per second reduced from 40 to 25 seconds, but now they reveal enemy heroes to all allies while dealing damage, and for an additional 1 second after. For the last DPS to receive changes, it's Torbjorn. His Rivet Gun, more specifically his secondary fire's spread, has been reduced from 5 to 4.5 degrees, so he'll have a tighter spread, meaning you can deal a little bit more damage from further away, or have an easier time dealing more damage up close. His turret, however, has had its damage reduced from 14 to 11, and its cooldown has been increased from 10 to 12 seconds. Lastly, Overload now reloads 6 ammo on use. That's a very weird change. Like, I never would have even thought of that, but it's a nice buff. And moving on to support. Kiriko's healing of Fudo, basically just her healing, has had its recovery reduced from 1 to 0.9 seconds. That way to make it where she's massively healing, more than dealing damage, smoother. It's more a quality of life feature than anything. It's not going to be too noticeable. And then Zenyatta. His Discord Orb has had its maximum range reduced from 40 to 30 meters, meaning you'll have to get a little closer to apply it to somebody. And its time to wear off on a target when not in line of sight has been reduced from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Overall, these changes seem okay. Zen's Discord Orb nerf is kinda good. It's better than nothing, and I think devs don't want to decrease that power of losing 25% of your health pool. I still think tanks should have just received less health reduction or damage taken, but a nerf is a nerf. Then Ryan's buff is nice. I've been saying he needed a shield HP buff for a while now, and to see it is great. I would have preferred a little bit more to maybe his armor, but I'm biased because I like Ryan. The soldier buff was something I didn't see coming at all though, and I see him definitely being played more now because of it. I know there's a bunch of other balance changes I could give my opinion to, but I'm just going to leave it here to keep this video as short as possible. So that is everything. Hopefully you found this video informative and useful. The update, in my opinion, is fairly good, and I think the event is definitely better than Starwatch. It's not hard to do that. The only thing I wish for is the Battle Pass XP handouts being a little bit higher, but there's Twitch drops to complement that. Winston's Beach Volleyball can definitely be fun, but it can also drag on, with it feeling like it lasts forever, especially since the gameplay isn't really fast-paced, and the flow gets interrupted every single goal. But I'm never going to complain about Lucioball. It's a great mode. You'll have a lot of fun playing that one. Anyways, let me know what you think about this entire update, whether that be about the event or the balance or both, in the comments below. And of course, if you liked the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. And yeah, that's pretty much it.